Aloha! Welcome back to part 3 of shimming the scope to gain 20 MOA elevation. I had this rifle for about 7 to 8 years, and initially they had the factory bull barrel with the 1/9" twist, which you cannot stabilize holding the 75 grain bullet. So then I rebarreled to the ER Shaw, 1/8" twist, and originally had Tasco 6x24 bow, still cost about $80, and then I switched over to the Bushnell 6x24 Bushnell Banner with all of them has the Mueller scopes, and has also parallax correction on the ring in the front. Parallax correction on the Mueller scope is on the side, and sad to say these markings they don't correspond to the distance. So when it's about 100, that's about equivalent to about 400. 70 right here is about 100, and then here is about 800. So I decided to change the scope because of the my friend he introduced to me to leatherwood scope at the range. He rebuilds retro military rifles, and I was very impressed with the leatherwood scope. And looking around, closest that I could get was Mueller. I believe the leatherwood makes for Mueller, Falcon, BSA. Only place you can get the BSA scope that looks like Mueller is Midway, and Sportsman's Guide. However, I went with the traditional the Mueller scope. This one has 4 up, 4 down, and then to the right and left. However, this one has 1/8 of MOA adjustment. I was very surprised at the clarity of the optics. It's very clear, clearer than the vulnerable this Bushnell, the Elite 3200 fixed 10 power scope with the big knob adjustments. That's what I like. The reason I got rid of these is because they got 3 screws. It was a pain in the butt. I had a metal shim on the rear end because the bases were too high, and I had to, if I had to cap the base without the shim, then I had to shim the front to adjust, compensate for the shooting high, too high. So what I did was, also, when I switched over to the Mueller, this scope is a 30mm tube. These are the 1" ones. So I guess that's why, another reason why the optics are very clear. I even use this as a spotting scope at 100. I mean, it's great. I could say that the between price-wise, between this one and this, they're about equivalent. This is about 250. This is about, you could get it this like at 235. Sometimes less than that. And so looking around, what I did again, changed the different bases. I kept Ironsighter front and switched to the Burris XTreme tactical steel bases. You can't mount the 2 rifles. And for the ring wise, I used Simmons and the Bosca, and the Bosca was too high. Also, when the manufacturer says they are medium, they're the height of the base to the ring is not same height. So this one here now sports Vortex 30mm medium with the Burris in the rear and the Ironsighter front. So now my scope is zeroed at 13 MOA from the bottom. As you know, the last video that I had with the Bushnell Banner and with the metal shim, my zero was around 10 MOA, and my Mighty Mouse is finally suited, three-piece suit, if you want to say, with the Mueller, the Vortex rings, Burris rear, Ironsighter front, and Shaw 1 1/8" twist to stabilize my Mighty Mouse load. As you can see, this is mine, and this is a 5.56, and yeah, my deuce, you know, she's there to impress, yes, to occupy space and time. So again, welcome back to my third final installment of how to shim or to get the 20 MOA just using what is available out there. This is it. This is the my final three-piece suit for my Mighty Mouse. And again, thank you for watching, and we'll see you next time. Aloha.